From the Polo Grounds in Rancho Santa Fe, welcome to the San Diego Surf Cup. It's the girls under 16 AAA division. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Mike Benson for George Langevin Productions. And this afternoon, it's the semifinal. San Diego Surf going up against the Villa Bratz. Let's take a look at the players for each respective team. For the surf, let's take a look at the goalie will be Alicia Engelhorn. She'll start. Her and Jennifer Davis have been rotating accordingly throughout the whole tournament. The sweeper is Marin Sendera. The stopper, Lonnie Sipe. The right defender is Kathy Fouts, and left defender is Christy Stoffel. We'll see at the midfield positions Joanne Blinky, Ann Dysart, Shelley Fouts, Dina Endo, Nikki Serlenga, Sarah Merritt, and Amy Dysart. And up front at the forward positions, we'll see Megan Hayes, Carolyn Dillon, and Summer Harrison. The surf are coached by Brian McNeil and managed by Sheldon and Susan Engelhorn. And we'll take a look here at the players that we'll see for the Villa Bratz. Starting at goalie is Jill Stevenson. We'll take a look at the other defenders. Karen Flowers wearing number 7, Jessica Stanton as a right defender. Karen Norgard, we're number 14. We'll also see Carrie O'Leary into the lineup on the defensive end. Let's very quickly take a look at all the players we'll see in the midfield positions throughout the ball game. Jessica Lipsker, Jory Jackman, Lauren Johnson, Kashande Green, Amy Paul, Kelly Shea, and Lily Chowana Bondu. And then, of course, taking a look at the forwards up front, we'll see Lori Mond, wearing number 13, Andrea Hirschman, number 12, Charisse Bartling, number 1, and Tegan Cohan, number 17. The Bratz are coached by Jersey Sindlar, and Margaret Flowers is the manager. For the San Diego Surf, they're coached by Brian McNeil. Sheldon and Susan Engelhorn are the managers. We'll be back in a moment for the opening kick. As the action is about to get underway, let's very quickly take a look at the officials. The center ref will be Jim Kerr, Dr. Arab, and Bob Pedersen as the linesmen. The Villa Bratz will go right to left on our video dial, wearing the white shirts and purple shorts, long purple socks, and going left to right on our video dial in blue, the San Diego Surf. As the Bratz get it underway, Andrea Hirschman is working it back to the defenders to set something up. Hirschman in the middle, trying to work it across the halfway line for the Bratz. The Bratz winning all 3 of their previous games by a score of 3-0. We'll take a look at those wins in a moment.
No shot, no shot.
As the Surf take the shot from way outside the 18 and drill it right off the bat. So a great start there for San Dieguito. As you can see, Nikki Serlenga being mobbed by her teammates, just surprising everyone. The defense, of course, of the Bratz just not expecting a shot to be taken from that far out, and Serlenga bangs it through for the first score of the ball game.
If Nikki plays in the middle, you have to mark her. If Nikki plays in the middle, you have to mark her.
So 1-0, the Surf out to a surprisingly quick start, but we spoke about the Bratz victories. They beat Magic on Friday, and then won a doubleheader on Saturday, beating North Huntington Beach 3-0, and the Storm out of San Juan Capistrano 3-0 as well. As Serlenga takes along the right side, should be feeling very, very confident, and a nice mark and tackle there by Karen Norgard, doing a nice job. And the shot from way outside by Shelley Fouts. So the Surf very confident, very strong-legged, taking shots from way outside. The Surf, on the other hand, won a doubleheader on Friday, beating Revolution out of Long Beach by a score of 4-0, then went on to defeat Extreme 3-0, and on Saturday defeated the Eclipse team out of Phoenix 2-0, and are out in front as we speak 1-0. On field 5 behind us, the Roadrunners out of Sunnyvale, California, up north, are playing against the Phoenix team, the Eclipse team. The winner of that game will play against the winner of this game in the final this afternoon. So a lot of exciting soccer action coming your way as Shelley Fouts controls. That one taken from behind by Tegan Cohan, showing great hustle on the defensive end by the Bratz. Amy Paul handling the kick. Works it up to Lauren Johnson. Lauren being marked by two players. That one almost taken away there momentarily by Nikki Serlenga. And the serve will control as Shelly Fouts attempts to work it in towards Amy Dysart. That one just getting away. Amy Paul sends it up. One of the stronger players physically. Has a good strong leg. They'll have her handle the majority of the goal kicks. As that one trying to get swept inside by the serve. That shot taken by Summer Harrison, the left winger for San Dieguito. So this tournament initially called the San Dieguito Surf Invitational. Now, of course, trying to bring more exposure to a larger, broader horizon, have gone under the name San Diego Surf Cup. So Lily Chawanabandu hustling on the far side for the Bratz. So the scenario so far in the early going, the Surf doing a nice job keeping the ball on their side of the field the majority of the time. As you see the Bratz trying to take it across the halfway line, and this the first time as you see the Surf working it up, attempt to take the shot from well outside, and Alicia Engelhorn coming well out of the box to make the play, showing great hustle. So Lauren Johnson, the player for the Bratz, just hustling that across the halfway line and took the shot from well outside the 18. As Karen Flowers hustles back, along with Jessica Stanton on the defensive end, as they finally give way to Jill Stevenson, the goalie. You can see Jill just surveying the field, decides to pick it up, and she'll punt it away for the Bratz. Has a good leg. Breezy afternoon here at the Polo Grounds. The wind really not benefiting one team in particular, kind of going right across the field as the ball crosses the touchline on the far side. Lily Chawanabandu on the far side will handle the toss in, as it appears that Nikki Serlenga, the player responsible for the only goal of the ball game, was slightly injured. You can see her limping off the field with Brian McNeil, the coach, and into the lineup will come number 13. That's Megan Hayes,
Step up more.
who generally plays in that forward position, appears to be playing in a more midfield position, coming in as a substitute for Serlenga. So Marin Sendera, the sweeper, just giving way to Alicia Engelhorn, who has one nice save in the ball game already.
Easy touch.
So the Surf with a couple shots on goal, making effective on one. They're out front 1-0 on what appeared to be a surprise shot from well outside the 18 by Nikki Serlenga. She made it count for the only score of the ball game. The Surf out in front 1-0. We'll play two 35-minute halves. Actually make that 30 minutes in the final game. This afternoon they'll play 35-minute halves.
Well done, Karen. Keep going
Running
wide.
time as the Bratz
And keep going wide, Karen.
trying hard to work it across the halfway line, as Tegan Cohan does a nice job there trapping. You can see her looking back and finally centers it in, but that one taken away nicely by Amy Dysart.
Go forward.
Dysart gives way to Shelly Fouts, who works it upfield.
Jenny, bring it to the end
The
of
Surf
box,
unable
Karen.
to be successful on that attempt. Jill Stevenson with a high punt, getting that one up in the air. You can see the ball just basically die there. Summer Harrison on the far side, marked and tackled very nicely by Jessica Stanton on the far side. So credit to the defensive units of each respective team, shutting everybody out that they've played in the earlier games.
Open them up, we get lots of time.
The goal by Serlenga, the first goal scored of the tournament against the Bratz.
Gracie, tuck in inside and win it. Take and go inside.
Steven with a more low trajectory type of punt. That seems to be the answer with the wind in the air. as Tegan Cohan works it back.
Lily, tag in, Lily. Tegan, tag in. Helen, tag in. Go inside on the pound. Well done,
So in speaking with the coaches and the parents of some of the players, this game almost the magnitude of a final game. These teams probably the sharpest and most talented teams in their leagues, in their brackets.
Oh, come on.
So Lori Mond working very strong on that offensive end. You can see her, and the contact was made. It did appear that Lonnie Sipe with her right elbow was making contact against Lori Mond, and that apparently the call as they try to quickly hustle that one up towards the goal and just was outside to the right of Alicia Engelhorn.
Good idea, LJ.
So a quick gallant attempt there by the Bratz trying to surprise the Surf as the Surf did them earlier. 1-0, the Surf out in front. So you can see Coach Brian McNeil going out there and attending to Alicia Engelhorn. If she comes out, replacing her will probably be Jennifer Davis, and that appearing to be the case. You can see McNeil signaling to bring Jennifer Davis in. Davis doing a nice job in Saturday's 2-0 victory against Eclipse, not allowing a goal in that game. So Alicia Engelhorn will take a break, appears to be holding on to her left elbow. I'm sure she'll be okay and back into action shortly. And equally talented Jennifer Davis will take over. So the depth of each respective team will pay off in the later moments of the ball game. A very talented team on each side of the ball. Marking and tackling by the Surf. Nice job there, and Dysart. As the ball works back and forth across the halfway line on the far side. The Bratz maintaining possession as they work it back to Jessica Stanton. Stanton almost having that one taken away there. A nice defensive play by Summer Harrison.
Okay, all right, we're getting the rhythm. Let's go. Crazy. Crazy.
And another player goes down for San Dieguito. We'll find out here momentarily as Brian McNeil, the coach, over there to see what the injury may be. We'll be back in a moment. And coming into the lineup here shortly for the Villa Bratz will be Kashinde Green, wearing number 8. So Ann Dysart, seeming to come off the field under her own power there on the far side, appears to be okay. A few players shaken up here in the early going. As the ball comes in possession of the Bratz. The Bratz going right to left on our video dial. The strong kick upfield across the halfway line. Attempted to be belted back by the Surf. As you can see, Andrea Hirschman working against 2 players on the far side. Summer Harrison being marked there by Lily Chawanabandu. So a clinic this afternoon in marking and tackling by each respective team. The players very, very talented. In this under-16 AAA division, and not a surprise to anyone, these players playing many, many years of soccer. And good hustle there by Dina Endo. And finally taken away by a strong defensive unit of the Bratz. Karen Flowers, Jessica Stanton, Karen Norgard.
We have to win the ball in the middle.
You can see Jill Stevenson, instead of punting up high, is showing some good sense out on the field and just trying to keep the punts as low as she possibly can. More on a line drive, as you see Lori Mond showing good hustle. Working it outside to Andrea Hirschman. Cross to Cohan. And the gallant attempt by Charisse Bartling. So the Bratz just keeping the ball on their end of the field here in the last few moments of play, and that's what they need to do to get back into the ball game as Lauren Johnson works on the offensive end. Action here on the near side as Fouts works it back. Big kick by Kathy Fouts. So the Fouts sisters working nicely for the Surf. Nice play there by the Bratz as Fouts centers it in. And a nice play there by Jill Stevenson, taking advantage of her height, comes out of the box to make a nice play for the Bratz.
There's mental power now. There's mental power, everybody. Half line, Karen. Half line.
Andrea Hirschman.
Half line. Half line.
Nice. You can see the one-touch passes, the give and goes, if you will, being administered by the Villa squad. Again, both teams very talented fundamentally, marking one another, going with the one-touch passes and breaking off of their teammates accordingly. As you see the Bratz attempt to working inside here, set something up offensively. Yeah, Summer Harrison. Big play there, nice marking and tackling done by the Bratz here. The center of the field as they work it back towards Karen Norgard, one of the talented defensemen for the Bratz. Lori Mond, who earlier escaped and took a shot from well outside the 18, only to have a nice play by Alicia Engelhorn take a potential goal away. Good hustle there on the far side. Great job, Joanne Blinky, for the serve. So we mentioned earlier that Kashande Green, who was injured in a Wednesday's practice, injuring her ankle and possibly damaging some ligaments, will be coming into the game shortly, and she'll replace Tegan Cohan, showing a lot of hustle as that left winger for the Bratz this afternoon. So we're halfway through the first half of play here at the beautiful Polo Grounds in Rancho Santa Fe. San Dieguito Surf 1, Villa Bratz 0. The Surf will set up accordingly here for a free kick, and it appears that Shelly Fouts will handle it. Make that Summer Harrison as Shelly sets up near the goal area. Or a possible shot on goal if Harrison can bring it in. You'll see the players break right towards the goal as a shot comes in from way out, and that one hitting the top of the post. And what a gallant attempt there by Summer Harrison as she hit that one up way, way high. That one crossing the goal line. A result in a goal kick coming up here for the Villa Bratz. But the wind going left to right here on our video dial, proving to be an advantage for Summer Harrison as she shot that one from what appeared to be about 40 yards from the goal. That one hitting the top right-hand portion. If that one is a soccer ball length inside, that may very well get through. Trapping and controlling. Fancy footwork at the halfway line by Shelly Fouts. So Coach Jersey Schindler here on the near side, you can tell him or hear him yelling out instructions to his players throughout the ball game, just trying to keep his players in their respective positions and just giving them little tips as they go along. And I'm sure Brian McNeil on the far side doing the same.
Step up, step up, step up. Lauren, remember, you have to keep your options square. If you advance, you keep the space behind you, yes? And David was already there.
So the Surf attempting to work it up to Megan Hayes. Hayes splitting the defenders. Lauren Johnson. Nice defensive play for the Bratz.
Yes, you're doing a good job, but the ball is on another side. I still just don't disturb you.
So Sarah Merritt into the lineup for the Surf. Will have the toss in.
Just saying the ball is on another side.
As Merritt attempts to bring it in, and that one defended nicely by Andrea Hirschman. The ball will go back in possession of the Bratz, going right to left on our video dial. Merritt, a scrappy little player working against 3 or 4 defenders. The ball hitting against the right side of her face. You can see her holding it on the far side. Be interesting to see if McNeil brings in a substitute. But Sarah Merritt appearing to be okay, will stay in the ball game for the serve. And they're still out in front 1-0 as the kick comes in towards Dino Endo. Amy Dysart and Fouts centering inside to Megan Hayes. She shoots and Flowers right there to defend. So the corner kick coming in by the serve, the strong kick by Megan Hayes. Fouts working against the Bratz. And a nice defensive play, Lauren Johnson. Fouts from well outside the 18. Kathy not getting her footing as she would have liked, giving Jill Stevenson plenty of time to come out and make the play. So again, the winner of this game will go on to play the winner of the Roadrunners versus Eclipse game in the final game this afternoon to decide the champions in this under-16 AAA division matchup. You're watching the San Diego Surf Cup. A lot of exciting soccer action going on all sides of us this afternoon. As you see, Lauren Johnson just trying to keep things in play for the Bratz, but to no avail as Shelly Fouts hustles over to handle the toss in. Has that good height and good leverage, taking advantage of that, trying to get into Megan Hayes, and that one getting away from her. The Bratz, you can see them attempting to work it up to Lori Mond. Lori just slipping a hair, that one getting away from her. Dina Endo having that one scoot right through her legs as Dysart attempts to work it back to Lonnie Sipe, the stopper. On the far side is Christy Stoffel. That one hit up high, and the nice header, Amy Paul. Very good in the air for the Bratz. That one getting away from everybody and ricocheting back to Jill Stevenson, the goalie. Nice trap by Amy Dysart as they kick it up once again. So Jill Stevenson seeing a lot of action in that goalie spot this afternoon. A lot of shots coming from well outside the 18. One going for a score. That by Nikki Serlenga. And that goal coming within the first minute of play. As soon as San Dieguito got possession, they drove down the field and took the shot from well outside and were able to score it, surprising everyone. Karen Norgard working here on the near side. Karen with possession once again, being marked there by Megan Hayes. The players working strong against each other. Lori Mond just trying to get away from Dina Endo. The toss in coming to Lauren Johnson, who works it up to Kashande Green. Has that one taken away by Kathy Fouts. And trapped by Lauren Johnson. Taken away by Shelly Fouts. Very talented player. So Karen Norgard doing a nice job as that defender for Villa all afternoon long. The header once again by Amy Paul. The ball just battling back and forth here at the halfway line. No one team gaining real offensive possession here in the last few minutes of play. So the scenario after that first and only goal of the ball game is that when one team threatens offensively, the defensive unit comes through to get the job done. And that's the scenario throughout the tournament, as each respective team shutting out their opponents throughout the tournament. As Karen Flowers works it across the halfway line, working with Lauren Johnson, and back to Paul, who works it over to Jessica Stanton.
Lori and Karen, try to play together because she didn't get involved in the game yet. She didn't get any balls yet.
San Dieguito going left to right. On our video dial, we'll have possession here on the far side. The free kick coming up, and a nice strong kick. The win we mentioned earlier, a nice header there by Amy Paul. Just not allowing that ball to get anywhere near the goal area. As Jessica Stanton hustling on the far side, working it along with Lauren Johnson, who pushes it across the halfway line. So you can see Villa trying very, very hard to get something going offensively, only to be stymied just across the halfway line. Great hustle defensively, Karen Norgard.
Marking, guys.
Shelly Founts will toss it in. Trap and nice defensive play, Megan Hayes.
Patience, Lord. Crazy, step up, Karen. Step up.
You serve, work it back, and the big strong kick upfield.
Sooner, Karen, this has to be quick.
The offsides is called. We'll go back in possession of Villa. So the first half of play gradually coming to a close. San Dieguito Surf 1, Villa Bratz 0. You are watching a George Langevin production presentation. If you would like a copy of this videotape or any other future sporting events to come your way, please give us a call at 549-9952. Megan Hayes on the far side will bring the corner kick in for the Surf. Decides to give way to Amy Dysart as opposed to coming into the goal area, and that one getting away from the Surf.
Play it out there, easy, Karen, left foot and walk.
Karen Norgard working it upfield to Lauren Johnson, showing good ball control, gives way to Kashande Green. Green, who centers it to Lori Mond, working against Endo. Mond with good ball control. You can see her just trying to center that one in towards another teammate and then break down towards the goal area accordingly. So a good play on her part. The Surf just coming away with a nice defensive play.
How simple is now? Checking. Lori, check to the ball. Don't put your head down. Lori, check. Lori. Easy, shimmy.
Lauren Johnson being defended there by Shelly Fouts.
That's better. Control and shoot. Guys, you're dying already.
You can see Johnson just surveying the field as to who she might go to. Attempted to go to Kashande Green. Was broken up by San Dieguito. Marking and tackling is Andrea Hirschman. Centering in attempt by Megan Hayes. Taken away by Villa.
Karen, go to the side. Karen, give her keep option.
Karen Flowers works upfield here to Karen Norgard. A nice play to Charisse Bartling. Goes back to Kashande Green. But a great attempt there. You could see Bartling and Green working 2 against 3. Were unable to come up with the type of shot they liked. Marin Sendera, the sweeper, Just setting it up here for Dieguito. She sends it down nicely. A strong header there by Amy Paul. Amy, very good in the air for this Villa squad.
Keep working.
Amy Dysart working on the far side, being marked and tackled by Jessica Stanton. Shawana Bandu working it back, and that one just getting away from Villa will result here in a corner kick coming up for the Surf.
Fast.
Megan Hayes with that nice banana kick.
Well done.
Defended very well by Villa.
Marking, guys, tight marking now.
Lily on the far side. See her just marking and tackling for the Bratz. Trying to get something going on the offensive end for Villa as they trail by 1 here in the closing minutes of the first half.
And step up. Harder, shorts, harder. Shielding, David, shielding. Yeah.
Kashande Green working against Kathy Fouts.
Very good call. Open up, quick. Amy, play. Quick. Jessica Wide, what are you waiting for? Play.
Karen Flowers, Jessica Stanton, Karen Norgard. Excellent defenders for the Bratz. Have to give them a lot of credit defensively as they got off to a slow start with that surprise goal by Serlenga. Have held the Surf scoreless since then. Now they feel it's their turn to get on the board here. As they work it upfield to Lori Mond. Mond working in an attempt to center that one in to Charisse Bartling.
Patience, Lori.
As the Bratz still control here on the near side. You can see Lori Mond just trying to split the defenders. Contact was made and a free kick coming up here momentarily for the Bratz. And it appears that Charisse Bartling will handle the kick. You can see Lori Mond scooting behind the defensive unit. And then the Surf backing up accordingly. But Charisse with the strong kick, and that one up and over the goal post. But a nice attempt there by Charisse Bartling. Actually kicking that one against the wind. So Jennifer Davis seeing her first action of a shot coming her way since coming in for the injured Alicia Engelhorn. Marked and tackled nicely by Jessica Stanton on the far side. Works it up to Lily Shawana Bandu. And Shawana Bandu will handle the over-the-head toss for the Bratz.
Step up, we're getting the rhythm. Step up, the only kick. Easy, Jessica, easy. Open them up.
So Stanton hustling back, gives way to Stevenson.
Keep coming to the window.
Stevenson quickly working it up to Karen Norgard here on the near side. Karen works out to Kashande Green with a nice reverse turn. A great play against Kathy Fouts to give her a step on the defender, and that's all it took. Centers it in and comes back to Green. Green showing great hustle here on the near side. You can see her attempt to center again towards Lori Mond.
Well done, Lori, well done. Draw back.
That one just getting away from the Bratz, but a gallant attempt offensively for Villa as they're trying very, very hard to tie the ball game up here in the first half of play. So we mentioned earlier how Kashande Green had an injured ankle, didn't appear to be hampered on that series.
And step up, hold your line. Now, Karen, we have to draw back of them, okay?
Jennifer Davis.
And draw back of them,
for Dieguito. Let's go with a big punt, taking advantage of a little wind in the air, going left to right. Stanton trying to come up with it. The Surf, as they work it to Fouts on the near side, attempts to center it in to Carolyn Dillon. Broken away nicely by Villa. Jessica Stanton on the play. So Amy Dysart working into Megan Hayes.
Clear, 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 clear.
Defense by Lori Mond, and the shot from well out just off to the right by Shelly Founts. First half of play coming to a close here at the Polo Grounds in Rancho Santa Fe. The San Dieguito Surf out in front of the Villa Bratz 1-0. I'm Mike Benson for George Langevin Productions. We'll be back in a moment for what appears to be an exciting second half of play.
Use it on him.
We are not playing 50-50 balls unless it's 15 minutes before the game they check. Shot ball. Now guess what? When they close you down, we made because of the emotions such mental mistakes. You check into the ball, you already get it. Now you tense and you don't see anything. But I walk like this. I see everything. I push, I got the confidence. Any mark, left midfielder mark, I play Day-Day. Day-Day window was open 5-6 times, but you know what? Since we're so tense, we don't see it. I don't want you to pay attention now. Because I just relax a little bit and you score 2-3 goals. I will fight in the game. And that was exactly what I told you to do with the US. Right?
What's going on? You have a problem doing this as well. Ball's there and we go like that. You can do this and have a look around you. See what's happening. See where the ball's going to be played. We don't be looking at forward, forward, forward. Everyone.
We're back for the exciting second half of play here at the Polo Grounds in Rancho Santa Fe. The first half recap, San Dieguito Surf 1 goal coming off of a shot by Nikki Sorlanga on the Surf first possession. Must have shot that one from about 30 to 40 feet out, or actually yards from the goal, and scooted it through for the first and only score of the ball game. The Bratz trying to come back, had a few shots on goal, were unable to score, so that's where we remain at the half is 1-0, the Surf out in front. So in the second half of play, San Dieguito wearing all blue will go right to left, and the Villa Bratz with the white shirts and purple shorts will go left to right on our video dial as Endo works it over to Shelly Founts. Founts keeping possession, almost taken away by Tegan Cohan. So the winner of this match will go on to play the winner of the game behind us, in which the Eclipse of Phoenix are playing against the Roadrunners of Sunnyvale. That championship game will be at 2 o'clock this afternoon. But this one far from over. If Villa can come back and tie this one up, and we do have a tie at the end of regulation, we'll play 2 7-minute overtime periods. And then they will go with the handling of kicks, alternating players accordingly if it comes down to that deciding factor. It's Carrie O'Leary into the lineup defensively for the Bratz, working on the far side. As they work it upfield to Kelly Shea. And Kelly into the lineup as well for the Villa squad. Kelly will toss it in to Andrea Hirschman. Back to Shea on the near side. You can see her working, showing good ball control here, splitting 2 defenders, and finally defense nicely there by Joanne Blinky of San Dieguito. header by Jessica Stanton. So the philosophy here for Villa is to try to keep the ball down on their end of the field offensively as much as they possibly can to get themselves back into the ball game. If they can tie this one up, that will give them the confidence they need to go over the top. So this one appearing to go right down to the wire. The serve yet to be scored upon in the tournament. And hustling is Tegan Cohan on the far side as they work it back to Karen Flowers. Flowers just attempting to get inside to Carrie O'Leary. Andrea Hirschman, defense by Sarah Merritt. So the ball is going back and forth across the halfway line here. The last couple minutes of play. And Villa, that one broken up nicely there by Summer Harrison. So a beautiful sunny afternoon here at the Polo Grounds. A great afternoon for soccer. A lot of breeze in the air, however, going left to right on our video dial, and at times appearing to come right across the field. The shot, and easily defended there by Jill Stevenson. Jill wings it over to keep it in possession of Villa as they take it across the halfway line. Tegan Cohan attempting to work it into Kashande Green as they work it on the near side here to Kelly Shea, who takes it in the middle, centers it in. And that one broken away momentarily by San Dieguito. But a gallant attempt there by Kelly Shea just into the lineup. Does a nice job really surveying the field as she's keeping control of the ball on the ground. You can see her attempt to center that one in accordingly. San Dieguito having 3 defenders there to make the play as Carolyn Dillon working it upfield. Defense by Karen Norgard, one of the more talented defenders on the field this afternoon. The kick up towards Kashande Green. A little contact is made and will stay in possession of Villa. As Marin Sandera, the sweeper, you can see her body come into contact with Green. Amy Paul, who we mentioned in the first half, physically one of the stronger players, has that good strong leg, will send it downfield for Villa. The header by Merritt. The back-to-back header, that one by Marin Sandera. Carrie O'Leary on the far side, just trying to keep things in play for Villa. So no one team dominating here on the offensive side in the early goings of the second half, as Karen Flowers works it back to Andrea Hirschman. Andrea playing in a more defensive formation in the second half for Villa. As they work it to Jessica Stanton here on the near side. Stanton, you can see her attempting to work it to Charisse Bartling, and that one just getting away from everybody as it crosses the touchline here on the near side. Merritt with the header. Summer Harrison controlling along with Carolyn Dillon. That one broken up nicely by Karen Norgard as Kathy Fouts comes away with it momentarily. And the shot, and that one nicely played by Jill Stevenson, but Summer Harrison, who appeared to really not get her footing as strongly as she would have liked, sent that one towards Stevenson, and she was able to make the play somewhat easily. The header by the serve. Back-to-back headers as they work it down to Charisse Bartling hustling on the near side, and that one smartly kicked away there by Christy Stoffel of the serve. Jory Jackman as Andrea Hirschman works it back as Karen Flowers attempts to send that one in towards Tegan Cohan. Marked and tackled nicely by Shelly Fouts of the serve. Fouts works it up to Carolyn Dillon, takes it across the halfway line, attempts to split the defenders, working it to Summer Harrison as she goes back to Fouts. Fouts showing that good fancy footwork as she kicks it and then, of course, darts towards the penalty area. You can see Karen Norgard just marking and tackling on the far side against forward Carolyn Dillon. Comes up with a great play as Villa has possession. Amy Paul with the free kick coming up for the Bratz. Decides to give way to Karen Flowers instead. Flowers centers it in nicely to Charisse Bartling. Bartling up to Kelly Shea. Shea hustling on the far side as Joanne Blinky comes up to hustle for serve defensively. Harrison, a little contact made there by Andrea Hirschman. And the call, of course, is made. We'll go in possession of San Dieguito going right to left on our video dial. As they're out in front by one, Blinky sends that one up across the halfway line, defended by Karen Flowers. The big strong kick upfield as Jill Stevenson comes out of the box. So as we near the halfway mark of the second half of play, San Dieguito still out in front 1-0 over Villa on an early possession goal by Nikki Sorlenga. And an awesome goal it was, taken from 15 to 20 yards within the halfway line. As Carolyn Dillon sends it across the halfway line, kicking that up to no available teammate. Villa just working it back and forth. Just attempting to take it across the halfway line towards Tegan Cohan, but to no avail. Karen Norgard handling the toss in. Big play there by the serve, hustling up to come away with that one. As Summer Harrison sends it up towards Fouts with the header. Carolyn Dillon helping out on the offensive end as well as Kashande Green tries to get something going offensively for the Bratz. Karen Norgard coming up to help out. So the ball going swiftly back and forth from one side of the field to the other, about 10 to 20 yards within the halfway line. Andrea Hirschman marked and tackled effectively by Sarah Merritt. Endu and Dillon back to Merritt. Merritt has that one punched away by Villa. Charisse Bartling working in there with Andrea Hirschman. Just hoping for a possible breakaway for their squad. Look to see Stevenson send that one in to one of her near defenders as Jessica Stanton controls here on the near side. Stanton looking up, you can see her surveying the field and centers it in to Green. Green with a one-touch pass out to Bartling. Bartling trapping, controlling back out to Green on the near side and tackled away there by Marin Sendera, getting the job done for the serve. So it appears in this second half of play when the Villa squad has any type of offensive surgence, the San Dieguito serve come up with a nice play defensively, and that the scenario apparently throughout the whole tournament as the Surf squad has not been scored upon yet. Jessica Lipsker will come into the lineup for Villa, and she'll replace the talented defender Karen Norgard. So Jersey Schindler giving an opportunity for all of his players to get into the action this afternoon. as they trail by 1 against the serve. The goal kick coming in here momentarily by the serve, as they give a rest to Carolyn Dillon and Shelly Founts. They're forwards, and we'll find out here momentarily who's coming to the ball game for them. One of the substitutes is Megan Hayes. She comes in along with Kathy Founts, number 11. Amy Dysart sends it up nicely towards Harrison. Jessica Lipsker wasting no time trying to get a good defensive play, and that one just getting in and score it for the Surf. And a great kick there from that far right side, just swooped it from the right to the left, hitting the corner of the goalpost as San Dieguito goes well out in front, 2-0 over the Villa Bratz. Summer Harrison with the goal. So Summer Harrison on the breakaway against Jessica Lipsker was 1 foot in front, 1 step, and that's all she needed. And she extended her foot and just swooped that one very, very quickly to the left-hand portion of the goal. 2-0, the Surf out in front. So Villa will have their work cut out for them to get back into the ball game, and trying to do just that as they send it down to Kelly Shea on the near side, only to be broken away by Marin Sandera, the sweeper. Lipsker working along with Karen Flowers in the backfield. Andrea Hirschman, the midfielder, works it back to Flowers and attempting to go up to Kelly Shea, as you see Merritt hustling back accordingly, and Shea just trying to sneak up behind her and come up with the ball. So another substitution about to come in here shortly for the Villa Bratz. Tegan Cohan in your screen coming out of the lineup, and replacing her will be Lori Mond, it appears, in front of us. So Lori, one of the talented players in pursuit offensively. They need her in the ball game here to get on the board here quickly, as Merritt marks and tackles for the Surf. Kelly Shea on the near side finally ends up in the foot of Hayes. Jessica Stanton trying to get it away from her. So Hayes working it inside smartly as she was surrounded by Villa. Amy Dysart. Dysart working it to her twin sister Ann. Ann being marked strongly by Jessica Lipsker. And the shot from well outside the 18 there by Sarah Merritt is off to the left. Flowers bringing it in for the Bratz, attempting to work it into Charisse Bartling, only to be headed by the Surfs, Christy Stoffel. Little incidental contact there by opposing players, nothing called. Villa working strongly on the offensive end, trying very, very hard to get on the board for the first time as Shea works it to Bartling. Bartling sends it into Green. That one getting away in the shot. And Shea with a potential second shot. And finally, the Surf getting that one out of the goal area. Great job on their part as Villa threatened momentarily. Lipsker defending on the far side against Ann Dysart. The Dysart twins on your far side. Jessica Stanton on the defensive end. Endo with the shot from well outside the 18. That one getting up in the air. And the wind having an adverse effect on that shot makes an easy play for Jill Stevenson. She'll punt it away. Again, that wind playing a big part as she punts it easily to the halfway line. Joanne Blinky. On the defensive end, the shot just off to the right there by Charisse Bartling, but a gallant attempt there from way outside. Jersey Schindler bring in another substitution as Lauren Johnson comes into the lineup for Amy Paul. And it appears that Kashande Green will also take a rest, and Jory Jackman will come into the lineup for her. So all of the players seeing action this afternoon. Serve out in front 2-0.
Come on, Villa, don't let it down. Let's go.
Big kick against the wind there as Johnson controls, working against two defenders, and Johnson doing a great job there as you saw her skip in between two defenders. One of them making contact with her body, resulting in the Villa possession. Johnson takes a shot from outside the 18, and that one an easy play by Jennifer Davis right into her hands. So the Bratz doing the right thing, just trying to take as many shots as possible on goal as they trail by 2, trying very, very hard to get back into it. Little contact being made. You can see the hands of the Villa Bratz on the Surf jersey. Appeared to be Lauren Johnson. Again, just trying to play very, very aggressively here in the closing 10 minutes of play. Joanne Blinky with the free kick for the Surf. Sends it out to the right to Kathy Fouts, who works upfield to Ann Dysart, who attempts to go back to Fouts.
Yeah.
Is taken away there by Lori Mon, doing a great job marking and tackling on the far side. Charisse Bartling sends it out to Kelly Shea. Might have a shot from the outside here, takes it in, and up high and just over the top, but a nice attempt there by Kelly Shea, doing the right thing, just sending that up to the higher portion of the goal. She can squeeze that one through. They only trail by 1. So Joanne Blinky, to no one's surprise, handling the goal kick here for San Dieguito. Sends it up towards Lauren Johnson, working against Dina Endo. Charisse Bartling working out to Kelly Shea on the near side. That one crosses the touchline, resulting in a goal kick once again for the Surf. But a credit to Villa in the last 4 to 5 minutes of play have kept the ball down and have threatened offensively 4 or 5 consecutive times. Big kick by Blinky. Taken away by Villa. As the Bratz work on the halfway line, Karen Flowers sets it up and sends it down, only to be into the feet area of Blinky. Endo. Flowers for the Bratz. The nice header. Christy Stoffel. So the ball just battling back and forth here from one side of the field to the next. Andrea Hirschman. Kelly Shea on the near side. Works it down to Charisse Bartling, who attempts to go back to Shea, only to be broken up by the hustling Dina Endo. And Dysart hustling on the far side, defended by Jessica Lipsker. Summer Harrison sending in, and a great defensive play by Karen Flowers, banging that one away for Villa. Carolyn Dillon and Shelly Fouts about to come into the lineup for the San Dieguito Surf. So Dina Endo and Marin Sendera taking a rest for San Dieguito. Charisse Bartling, nifty little play to keep the ball in possession of herself. Centers it in, and the shot, that one just getting away from the foot of Jory Jackman as they centered it in. She was just unable to put her foot on that one as she may have liked. That one trickling off to the left, and an easy play for San Dieguito. Joanne Blinky decides to cross the ball, giving way to her goalie as there's no Villa Bratz player up, as you saw Lori Mond finally hustle up to threaten any type of easy push out to the side. Marking and tackling going on the far side by Carrie O'Leary. Jill Stevenson in goal, pushes out to Karen Flowers. Hirschman attempting to go back to Flowers. Stevenson there. Working up to the halfway line, Charisse Bartling. Controlled by Carolyn Dillon. She gets it back, still has the ball. Finally works it outside to Fouts, who goes back to Blinky. Blinky sends it across the halfway line, attempting to get it out near Amy Dysart. Amy has that one taken away nicely. Jessica Lipsker has done a nice job ever since coming into the ball game for Villa. A proven defender. Fouts sending it into Dysart. The corner kick lifted in by the Surf. Attempting the shot was Dysart, as you see her sliding to the ground. It was too far from the goal. So if San Dieguito can maintain their lead and allow no score by the Bratz, will go on to defeat every opponent that they played in the tournament. And we'll look to keep that streak going in the final game this afternoon. Winning the tournament games 4-0, 3-0, 2-0 respectively. We're out in front 2-0 here. And coming up and almost coming away with it was Carolyn Dillon. Had her work cut out for her, however, working against 3 Bratz defenders. Jessica Stanton working on the near side. Andrea Hirschman here on the near side as well. Marking and tackling is Kelly Shea, just trying to come away with it and make something happen for the Bratz. Sarah Merritt sends that one towards Dillon. Dillon, who sends it out towards Megan Hayes on the far side. Hayes will take the shot. Jill Stevenson not even having to come out of the box to make any type of play, as that one just kept going right to left. Charisse Bartling, the header, just trying to trap to gain control here with her head and feet. The kick sent down to Bartling. Bartling heading it inside. Amy Dysart there to defend. Carrie O'Leary sending it up towards Lori Mond. Mond marked by Kathy Fouts effectively. Lauren Johnson trying very, very hard to keep the ball in possession of the Bratz. And they will finally keep possession, going left to right here on our video dial. Unofficially, 5 minutes left in the match. Andrea Hirschman attempting to center that one in to Shea or possibly Stanton, only to be taken away by Sarah Merritt. Dysart works it out to Fouts. Fouts upfield to Megan Hayes and kicked away nicely there by Jessica Lipsker, the talented defender. San Dieguito threatening once again as Merritt attempts a shot from outside the 18. Karen Flowers making an excellent defensive play there.
Number 3.
Stevenson hustling up from the goal area. Did a great job there as to not allow another potential goal by the Surf. Charisse Bartling showing nice footwork, centers it in towards Jory Jackman as Lori Mond working on the offensive end as well, and appears to be contact made right there in the goal area. Should result in a penalty kick coming in. But as you see the Surf line up in their wall formation accordingly, apparently not resulting in a penalty kick, as Andrea Hirschman back with Charisse Bartling. It'll be interesting to see which one of them attempts the kick and just how they will direct this one towards the goal. Be interesting to see if they try to lift it up over the wall or go to one of their teammates on the right or left side of the wall. And again, both Bartling and Hirschman back, and they might decide last second. It'll be Bartling sends it to the left side, and that one just off to the left. But a nice try there, the low trajectory kick by Bartling, just trying to squeeze in the left side of the goal. So San Dieguito maintaining a 2-0 lead. Substitutions coming in left and right for each respective team, as Jory Jackman will come out, and into the lineup for her will be Karen Norgard, number 14. The talented defender for Villa. Karen doing a great job in that first half of play. Has not seen as much action in the second half. More incidental contact on the far side. Players tripping over one another, but not purposely, as Dillon trying to break free. Fouts over on the far side, tackled by Mond. Mond against Fouts once again. You can see Mond just hustling that one into Lauren Johnson. Lauren breaking off the ball accordingly, that one just getting ahead of her. Villa going left to right on our video dial, looking to get at least one goal here as quick as they possibly can, get a little confidence to possibly add a second and tying goal. But will have their work cut out for them as they are facing a very, very talented San Dieguito Surf all afternoon long. Jessica Stanton works inside to Charisse Bartling. It appeared to be offsides, either that or contact was made, putting the ball back in possession of San Dieguito. That was actually Christy Stoffel trying to work defensively against the Bratz. The attempted header and shot from outside by Kelly Shea. Actually make that Ann Dysart.
Further back, LJ.
Lauren Johnson. You can see Villa coming in strongly to attempt a shot, only to be broken up again, time after time, by San Dieguito. As Megan Hayes works on the far side, sends it across the touchline, going back in possession of Villa. So Lori Mond showing great hustle throughout the whole ballgame. A very spunky player for the Villa Bratz squad coming off the field. Appeared to be a bit shaken up here. But again, a nice ball game, Lori Mond. Lily Shawana Bondu into the lineup for Lori Mond. As Karen Flowers at the halfway line working it across. Shawana Bondu immediately getting into the action as soon as she gets into the ball game, marking and tackling nicely there against Kathy Fouts on the far side. So the closing moments of play here. San Dieguito holding on to a 2-0 lead. It appears at this juncture virtually impossible for Villa to come back, but have a bright future, a bright season ahead of them. Very talented squad. Just going up, it appears, against a team a little more talented at this point. So unofficially, 2 minutes left in the match. As Flowers will look upfield and send it down to Shea. Shea trying to work it inside. A great play there by Sarah Merritt. Flowers sends it up towards Bartling. The nice header there by Christy Stoffel. That one just getting off the body of Charisse Bartling. So Christy Stoffel in your camera sends it down, attempting to head it into Sarah Merritt, just getting over her head. As Carolyn Dillon broken up by Jessica Stanton. Nice sliding tackle there. And the serve threatening once again the possible shot, and that one just falling off to the left. It appeared that Megan Hayes might possibly be able to come up with a shot, and the defense of Villa coming over the last second to make a good play there. Lily has that one taken away as Kathy Fouts just snuck basically out of nowhere to gain possession there just momentarily. Jill Stevenson to punt it away. And that will do it. That is the ball game here at the Polo Grounds in beautiful Rancho Santa Fe. San Dieguito Surf will make it to the championship game this afternoon. They defeat the Villa Bratz squad by a score of 2-0. I'm Mike Benson for George Langevin Productions. We hope you enjoyed all the action. We'll be back in a moment for some post-game interviews. All right, we are back for the post-game show. San Dieguito coming up with a big victory here in the semifinals. They'll go on to play in the finals at 2 o'clock this afternoon. But first of all, let's find out about all the players that made this big victory possible. We'll have you introduce yourself and tell us what position you played.
Okay, my name's Megan Hayes, and I play right wing.
Okay, Megan, you were really tough for the team, helping them offensively. Think back in your mind. I'm going to ask all the players today. Think of a part of the game that stands out in your mind that you feel the best about, that you might have done individually.
It's not really. I didn't do anything individually. It's all a team thing. We all worked hard. And
okay, how does it feel? It sure did.
Great.
Does it feel good playing with such a talented group of players?
Definitely. I've been blessed.
Okay. All right. Any one part of the game, since you don't want to talk about yourself individually, that's understandable. What about any play in the game that sticks out in your mind as maybe being the most enjoyable for you to watch as maybe a player and spectator?
I just think the defense did a really good job keeping. They had some really fast players.
Speaking of the defense, you guys have shut out every team that you've played so far, so credit to the defense. What's going to happen next for you as far as other sports, because you're a good athlete?
I just basically play soccer. I might run track next year, but soccer's my main sport.
Have you thought of any events you might run when it comes to track? Have you thought of maybe doing some sprints or some distance? What sprints would you like to do?
200 maybe, probably.
Okay. Great, okay. Now, how's it working right now for school? You guys all on a break right now, or are you guys in school?
Summer break.
Okay. All right. Well, thanks for joining us. Good luck the rest of the way.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. All right. As we keep it rolling, we'll get your name and what position you played this afternoon.
Hi, my name's Marin Sandera, and I play sweeper, and I played stopper second half.
Okay. I tell you what, I can tell you've kind of lost your voice. Is that from just yelling to your teammates throughout the game because you guys have shut everybody out? How does it feel? Great. Talk to me a little bit about that.
It feels really good to win every game and shut everyone out. And it took our whole team. It didn't take one person because we have a great team and great team spirit.
Great. Well, you're very unselfish. Let me ask you this. Does it get you a little bit nervous when you see them coming surging offensively? Do you really feel confident that your team will get the job done, or do you get a little bit of butterflies sometimes?
I feel confident enough because I have my team around to support me.
Okay. All right. I know you don't want to talk about yourself, but what did you do today in today's game that you feel real good about? Maybe one particular play stands out in your mind?
The defense stopped them scoring, so that helped.
All right. All season long. Okay. What's next for you as far as sports?
Soccer, basketball, and track.
Great. Okay. Multi-talented athlete. Let's talk about basketball. What's your favorite position? You like playing guard or forward or center? What do you like to play?
Guard.
Okay. Are you more of a shooting type guard? Do you like to set things up as a point guard? What do you like to do?
Hustle.
Okay, good.
Attack.
Exactly. That's a big part of your personality. Spunky player. Okay, what about fun things when you're not playing sports? Just want to relax and enjoy yourself, like maybe read things, or maybe do you draw or have a creative side? Anything you'd like to share with us?
Be with my friends and have fun.
What's the most fun thing you do when you're with your friends?
Be weird.
Okay, that's good. But hey, you guys are all fun to watch, and good luck, okay, the rest of the season. All right, we'll get your name and tell us what position you play today.
Okay, I'm Joanne Blinky, and I just play halfback, and sometimes I play defense.
Okay, and I mentioned during the broadcast, because of your size and the good strength of your leg, they use you a lot for the free kicks and goal kicks. Does that make you feel good that they chose you to do that?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Let's talk about you individually. I know it's tough because you guys are such a good team-oriented type of team. Is there one play that sticks out in your mind that you feel good about individually, that you might have made a nice kick or centered it towards somebody? Think of anything?
Not personally. I just think we did really good as a team, and our teamwork got us to victory, so.
I know. And again, being on that defensive unit, you haven't scored, they haven't scored against you yet in this whole tournament. It has to make you feel very, very proud.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right, you're a good athlete. What are you going to do next? Asking all your teammates. Most soccer players are real good athletes. They play other sports. What's going to happen for you?
Like, what other sports do I play?
Yeah, after soccer.
I play field hockey. I'm really into that.
Great. Okay, which position do you play in field hockey?
Wings, right or left wing.
Beautiful. Okay. So I'd like to score a couple goals every now and then for your team?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, what about for fun for you, for enjoyment? Like I had a couple sisters growing up that one used to have a creative side and play the piano. Another one was always playing sports and doing things like that. I mean, do you have like another part of you when you're not playing sports, you relax and do some fun things at home? What do you like to do?
Hang out with my friends, and I like to draw a lot.
Okay. Talk to me about the most creative thing that you've ever drawn that you like personally, you're proud of.
I guess when I was in 6th grade, I did this 3D art thing, and it went to like a contest or something.
Beautiful. Okay. So, I mean, who liked it and who said, hey, you should send it?
I guess my 6th grade teacher.
Great. Okay. Talk to me a little bit about the drawing. What was it of? You said 3D, but explain it to me. What was the drawing of? Do you remember?
It was like of a village.
Yeah.
And it was all in 3D.
That's great. Good. So you got an athletic side and a creative side. How's school going when I know you're taking a break, but how'd you do in school? Pretty decent?
Yeah, I have an average of 3.8.
Beautiful. That's excellent. Keep that up. What's your strong points in school? What are your favorite classes?
I don't really have a favorite class. I guess English.
Okay.
But
all right. No, that's good. Is there one that always gives you the most trouble, but you find it more of a challenge and you try real, you know you have to try a little bit harder in?
yeah, I like geometry because,
It's tough?
yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, you guys are all great, and good luck, okay, the rest of the season. Okay. All right, we'll have you both introduce yourselves first and tell us what positions you played. It's obvious on you, but hang on.
I'm Chrissy Stoffel, and I played left defense.
Okay.
I'm Jennifer Davis. I play goalkeeper.
Okay, both of you, an integral part of the team's victory. Asking everyone, first of all, think individually, a play in the game that sticks out in your mind, then we'll talk more about the team concept. Let's talk with you, Christy, first.
Well, I was just happy that my man didn't score, and that was the thing that was my goal for this game, is to shut down my player and not let her score.
Exactly. We mentioned it was like a clinic on marking and tackling. You guys did exceptional the whole game long. You guys never give up a goal. It has to feel great. Were you getting a little bit nervous there when they threatened a little bit offensively?
Yes, I was scared when they came down and started having free kicks around the goal, especially with the wind so strong. They had the advantage, but I'm just glad my defense is so good I didn't have to worry about it.
Is there a game now? You guys have won 4 in a row. You've shut out all 4 teams. Is there one of those games that sticks out in your mind as maybe being the favorite because of what you might have done individually? Talk to us about that, or was this your favorite? Let's find out a little bit about that.
Go ahead. This is my favorite game because I used to play for this team, and
Oh, really?
I'm really glad that I was able to shut him out.
Beautiful.
It was a sweet victory.
Yeah, kind of rewarding. Okay. Now, what's going to happen? I know you have a long soccer season ahead of you, but what are other sports that you guys are both going to play after soccer, if you're going to?
I play volleyball
Okay.
also.
All right.
I'm in year-round soccer.
Year-round
so.
soccer? Good. Okay, let's talk briefly about volleyball. What is a strength for you? Some people it's setting, some people spiking. You have nice height. I mean, what's the most favorite part? what is your strength in volleyball?
I blocking and hitting.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good. All right. All right. And for you, soccer pretty much all year round. What about when you guys aren't playing sports? You just want to relax, asking a lot of your teammates what you like to do for fun. Everyone has a hobby or like a creative side or something they enjoy doing aside from playing sports. What do you guys enjoy doing?
Being with my friends and walking my dog.
What's your dog's name?
Jesse.
Jesse. Well, you tell Jesse you played a great game today. Okay. What about yourself?
Just listening to music, being around people.
Okay. Of all the music, I mean, there's all different types of music out there nowadays. What's the most enjoyable for you?
I like heavy metal.
Heavy metal? What's your favorite group?
Aerosmith.
All right, you guys have a lot of varied interests. That's great. Fun group of teammates. How's it feel playing with such a nice, talented group of girls?
Oh, it's great. We've been together for a really long time, and we fit together really nicely. And this year we picked up a lot of new good players, so we're hoping to be state champions this year.
Great. And closing thoughts for you on playing with such a fun group of people?
Well, I'm new on the team, so I feel really comfortable now. Everyone's really taking me on really well.
Okay, good. Okay, good luck, you guys. Take care. All right, you're welcome. All right, as we keep it going, what we'll do is we'll have each of you introduce yourselves and then tell us what position or positions that you've been playing on the year.
Hi, my name is Summer Harrison and I play left wing. My name is Sarah Merritt and I play left mid. Caroline Dillon and I play forward, center forward.
All right, all of you excellent players, the whole team, really fun to watch. Talk to us. I don't have to ask you what your favorite play of the game was, but talk to us about the goal and how it came about for you.
I don't know, it was a good cross. I don't know who crossed it, but it just came over and my defender was a little slower and I just took it away from her and shot it.
It was a great shot. We were talking about how all you needed was one step. You got that one step and just shot it from right to left, right in the corner of the goal. How did you feel? What was going through your mind as soon as it went in?
I was just really excited because we needed another goal to keep us ahead.
Kind of put the icing on the cake. You're right. Okay. Spunky defensive player, making a lot of plays off your head and just really in the game. Talk to me about you individually. What was your favorite play or favorite part of the game for you?
There's no individual part. It's just a great team effort.
Okay. All right. You guys are all like that, real unselfish. I think that's great. But all right, let's talk about you, Carolyn. On the offensive end, pushing the ball up constantly. You guys are always threatening. Think back on the whole game. Any part of it that sticks out in your mind, whether it was you individually or maybe something that happened for the team?
No, nothing really individually. I think it was just the whole team. Everyone just playing their best, giving 200% the whole time. Our defense.
You guys have great attitudes.
Yeah, defense had an excellent game.
The whole tournament. You guys have not been scored against the whole tournament, so that has to feel great. I'm going to ask you this, asking all the players, other sports you're going to play after soccer, because you're all great athletes.
I played volleyball, soccer, and softball in high school.
Wow, a lot of different sports. Out of all those, which is probably your favorite, or you pretty much like them all the same? Soccer? Okay, what about volleyball? I was asking one of your other teammates what the most enjoyable part or the best part of the game is for them. Are you more of a setter? You like to spike? What do you like to do?
I play back row.
Okay.
And I like hitting too.
Great. All right. Did you say softball was your other sport?
Yes.
What do you play in softball? What position?
Pitcher and shortstop.
Great. Okay. What about hitting? You have a philosophy at the plate of just trying to make contact, or you try to hit for power. What's your philosophy when it comes to hitting?
I just hit it anywhere. I don't really.
Just not strike out, right?
No.
Okay.
Hate striking out.
All right. What about yourself, Sarah? What are you going to do after soccer's over?
I play field hockey and softball also.
Okay. Great. What position in field hockey?
Defense.
Okay. That doesn't surprise me. And what about softball?
I'm not sure yet. Just started on a new team.
Okay. I mean, if the coach said you have your choice, you can play any position you'd like. What do you think you'd choose?
Left field.
Yeah, there you go. You have to have a good arm, a good gun, and hustle out there, which you have good speed. All right, what about yourself? Carolyn, what are you going to do after soccer?
I play soccer, that's it.
All year round?
Yeah.
Okay. Going to ask you guys, everyone has something they do for fun when they're not playing soccer, okay? Whether it be reading or listening to music or playing an instrument. What do you enjoy doing when you're not playing sports?
I don't know. I spend a lot of time on my schoolwork.
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay, well right now, are you on a break from school right now?
Yeah.
Okay, but talk to me when you're in school and you spend a lot of time with your schoolwork. Is there one subject that sticks out in your mind that's probably your best or your favorite? Like I used to like writing, but I didn't like social studies. I mean, what are your favorites and what are your dislikes in school?
I like English.
Okay. What part of English? I mean, the grammatical part of it or writing? What do you like?
Writing.
Okay. What about a class that you don't particularly care for?
Yeah. No, I don't know. Science.
Okay, science?
Yeah.
Did they have you do a project that was kind of just too tough to do? Is that what it was? I mean, did they have you do anything?
No, I just don't like it.
Just don't enjoy it. Exactly, simple as that. Okay. What about yourself for fun things when you're not playing sports?
I'm learning how to surf.
Surf? Really?
Yeah.
Great. Okay. All right. I mean, are you finding that kind of tough right now? You're just starting?
I'm learning how to get up. It's pretty tough, but it's fun.
Okay. Good. Another sport. What about yourself?
I don't know. I just enjoy being with my friends and playing sports.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Any closing thoughts on how you guys think you'll do this whole season long?
This year, I think we could win state cup since we lost last year in the finals, and we have a really good chance this year. Our team has really improved a lot.
Okay. Any closing thoughts for you, Sarah?
I just think we played a great game. I'm pretty happy.
Okay. And Carolyn, playing with a bunch of talented players, got to feel good.
Yep, definitely does. I think we're going to go all the way.
Okay. You guys are confident. I like that. You guys got a good team camaraderie. All right. You guys take care. Good luck the rest of the season. All right. We'll have you introduce yourself. Tell us what position you played as well.
Okay, my name is Lonnie Sipe, and I play stopper.
Okay, let me ask you this, asking everyone on the team, a favorite part of the game, Lonnie, for you individually first, then we'll talk about the team.
Individually?
Yes.
Well, I like that part where me and that girl were running down the field and we were pushing each other. That was kind of fun. But then I got called and they got a shot, but they missed, so it was okay.
Okay, I saw that. There was a couple times when you guys were bumping, but that's just good, aggressive play, so there's no problem with that. Talk to me now about the team. I mean, you guys have a talented team. Any play in the game today that sticks out in your mind? Because when you're back there as the defense, you kind of watch the goals being scored and stuff like that. What sticks out in your mind as being the favorite part of the game for you to watch?
I thought it was really neat when Nikki scored like in the first 30 seconds of the game or whatever. That was, way to start it off.
Doesn't that give you a lot of confidence as a defense?
It takes some of the pressure off back as defense when we get ahead right away.
Yeah. Let me ask you this, because you guys have shut every teammate or every opponent you've played against, you've shut them out. But this team, you knew was going to be probably a little bit better than most of the teams you've played. I was asking some of your teammates, when they came surging down offensively there a few times, did you find you were getting a little bit of butterflies, or did you feel pretty confident right off the bat?
Well, this team we've always kind of been like rivals with. I mean, we beat them all our games except for one last year, but we've kind of always been rivals, and they've always been good games. So yeah, more than anything, like they were kind of making fun of us and saying rude comments like before the game and stuff like that. So I think it just got us, more than anything, it got us fired up. So it kind of worked against them for them to be talking bad about us before the game and stuff like that.
There you go, a little incentive for you to do a lot better against them. Okay, what's going to happen for you? Because you're another one of the many talented athletes on this team. What are you going to do after soccer?
Well, I play soccer year-round, but I'm like, for the summer I'm staying in Montana and I play tennis up there, so taking a break from soccer for the summer.
Good.
Except for this tournament, I flew home for the tournament.
Okay, well, let's talk briefly about tennis. Do you have a strength? I mean, do you like to just keep a volley going? Do you like the backhand or forward hand or rushing that? What's your favorite part?
I'm not very good at tennis. I just play it for fun. Yeah. Just over the summer I play it. But no, I used to do track and field and gymnastics, but then when I started playing for this team, it kind of got more serious into soccer. Yeah. And since it's year-round, I don't really have time to do. Okay. I mean, I sing and I act, too, and that takes up all my time, yeah.
Beautiful.
I'm singing for their wedding after the game.
Ah, that's great.
My coach's wedding after the game. You know they're getting married?
Yes, yes. They told us that. I think that's great. Okay, so now acting, you say that you do as well, aside from singing. What type of acting, like if you had your choice, if someone said, we'd like to have you do a musical or something serious, what would you choose if you had your choice?
Musical, comedy probably. Beautiful. Musical comedy, that's my favorite.
See, so you have an athletic and a creative side as well. Okay, well, hey, you're fun to talk to, and good luck. Well, you're very welcome. Take care of yourself, all right? Bye-bye. All right, we're going to have all the twins introduce themselves and talk to us about the positions that you play, because you play different positions out there.
I played center forward and center mid today. Okay. My name is Amy Dyson.
Okay. All right, and yourself?
I'm Ann Dyson, and I played right mid and center mid.
Okay, and yourself?
I'm Shelly Feltz, and I play right midfield. I'm Kathy Feltz, and I play right fullback.
Okay, asking all the players, I'll start with you, so you three can be thinking about this. Favorite part in today's game, for you individually first, and then we'll talk about the team.
I think my favorite part was the pass I gave to Summer and she scored.
Okay, that must have felt great. Did a nice little assist on the play. Okay, what about yourself?
I don't really have it, but I like all four of us. They get all confused because we played both in the center mid, and they play both on the right, and so they get confused, marking.
And then they yell at each other and say, "You're right here," and they're going, "Oh, I'm right here." And so I don't know, it's kind of fun.
So that's a nice talent to have, just being a twin in itself, right? Okay, what about yourself? Talk about favorite play for you individually.
Nothing really. I just try to play hard the whole game and win every tackle. That's about it.
Exactly. That's very, very important, just to be hustling like that. What about you?
Probably the defensive wall was the best play because it didn't let it go in. Exactly. It lined up well.
I know it. Yeah, even that last wall, I thought they were going to possibly score. She hit it nice and low, and it just went off to the left. So that was a good play by you guys.
Was over, and she can't see the other side of the goal, and so she tried to shoot it by us, but it was too wide because our wall was perfect.
You guys had a plan there, set it up nice. Okay, what are you guys all going to do next after soccer? I know you have a long season ahead of you, but think about the other sports that you're each going to do after soccer's over.
I play softball.
Okay. And what position do you play in softball?
Catcher and some second, but mostly catcher.
All right, if someone steals, do you throw the ball down like Benito Santiago?
You bet.
All right, what about yourself? What are you going to do next?
I play softball, and I play pitcher, and
I catch her.
Mostly pitch, and then I play shortstop sometimes.
Okay. What about hitting? What type of strategy? I was asking one of your teammates what their strategy is at the plate. You try to just make contact, or you try to be a big hitter, make it go a long way? What's your strategy?
Hit it.
That's it. Just make contact, right? That's what I used to try to do, just not strike out. Okay, what about yourselves after soccer? What are you going to do?
Play field hockey and softball.
You both do the same exact sports?
Yeah.
Okay, do you play the same positions as in field hockey?
In field hockey, I usually play right forward. I think I'm going to play a little center mid this year.
I play left forward.
So I just cross to her and she puts it in. Yeah.
All right. Teamwork. What about softball, your sports, or your positions?
I play a little bit of pitcher and shortstop.
And I play catcher full time.
I can't get over how you guys all play so many different sports and excellent athletes. What about for fun things? You know, asking all the players what they do for enjoyment.
We like twins.
Do you? That's neat. Do you try to go out and find other twins and just find out more about them? Okay. Have you found that you two, I know you have a lot in common and you two have a lot in common, but have you found that both of you have a lot in common with both of you?
Yeah.
Name a few things.
Okay, me and Amy, we're the older ones.
We're the only ones.
We're shorter.
And we're taller and we're the younger ones. And also, these two play catcher and we play pitcher and shortstop.
So that's neat. So you guys have found friends for life here, and that's great.
You have to see our numbers.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead, you want to turn around then? Yeah, go ahead, turn around. And actually, if you can't see it, it's 8, 9, and 10, 11, respectively. The twins and their numbers. Okay, turn back around. Okay. All right, and hey, I just want to say, any closing thoughts on what it's like to play with such a great group of kids?
It's great. I think we play great
Because
together.
you always have someone there to support you.
I thought we played good our second half too. Yeah, because we all tackled together and showed them
Okay.
how to
All right.
mark that.
Okay, you got good parent support too. A lot of your parents come out and watch it too. What were you gonna say?
We're going to kill Cisco today, even though they think that that the surf can't beat them twice, but they're going to find out that they're wrong.
Okay. Well, half the battle is confidence.
Can I ask a question? What's this for?
This is for you. So listen, good luck the rest of the way and take care of yourselves, all right? Yes.
Okay.
All right, bye-bye now.
Out to the people!
All right, as we keep things rolling here for the post-game show, we're going to find out a little bit about some of the Villa Bratz. We're going to start with each of you introducing yourselves and tell us what position you played today. Then we're going to talk about some games earlier in the tournament.
I'm Kelly Shea, and I played right midfielder.
Okay.
I'm Lori Mond, and for part of I played left forward and left midfielder.
Okay. First of all, both of you have to feel really good about the way you played. I mean, we called your names out a lot on the broadcast, and you both hustled a lot. 3 games coming into this game, you guys shut everyone out. Think back on those 3 games. What game was your favorite and why individually?
I think the third game was because I scored a goal.
Beautiful. Talk to me now about that goal. How did it happen?
Okay, Sharice, the right forward, crossed it, and it rebounded out, and I kicked it in with my left foot.
Beautiful. So you're just right, Kelly, kind of in the right place at the right time. Is that the way it happened? Okay. All right. What about yourself? Favorite game out of all the 3?
I'm not real sure which one was my favorite. Either the first or second. In the first game, I had 2 goals, and in the second, I had 3 assists.
Okay. Let me ask you this. I'm going to talk to you about the goals in a minute, but let's talk about the injury just before, like about 5 or 10 minutes left in the game. And you're a big part of the offensive unit on your team. If they needed anyone to be in there, they needed your help, but you got hurt. What happened?
I'm not real sure. I went in for a tackle, and I tackled her, and she was already in the ground, and I just tackled the back of her foot, and I think on the top of my foot I pulled a muscle or something like that. I'm not sure.
Okay. Yeah, because I saw you come limping off. Hopefully you'll be okay. But let's talk about the game. You talked about scoring 2 goals. Talk to me about each of those goals and what was the most creative out of the 2.
I'm not real sure. I think in the first goal, it was just a lame pass back, and I took it, and I took 2 people on and just shot.
Beautiful.
And it was a lucky shot, but
it feels great just to score it through.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Was asking the other team when we interviewed them what they're going to do after soccer, because soccer players are good athletes. Simple as that. So most of them play other sports. What are you guys going to do after soccer?
Let me see. I think I might run cross country.
Okay. All right.
Well, there.
How many miles would that consist of? I mean, it sounds like that's maybe a new sport upcoming for you. Are you going to run like what does the meet consist of? Running what? 2 miles, 3 miles? How many miles?
About 2 miles.
Okay. All right. So have you begun doing? Well, soccer in itself is good for your stamina, but are you going to start during the soccer season running some distance at night or that type of thing, or after school? Or actually, you're not in school right now, am I right?
No. I've already started to do some running for that, so.
Okay. How do you feel like your stamina is going to be there eventually?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hope so.
At the beginning, you get a little tired. Okay. What about yourself, Laura? What's other sports for you?
I play softball a lot, and that's fun. And I think I'll continue with that throughout high school.
All right. I'm sure you have a favorite position everyone usually has. What's yours?
I play shortstop.
Okay, great. Okay, what about at the plate? Asking all the players to play softball. I remember for me, because I was a little bit smaller playing, I used to try to bunt to get on and just try not to strike out. I mean, what's your philosophy at the plate? Try to hit for power or just get bases? What do you try to do?
Hit a ground ball and try to beat it out, I guess.
Okay, yeah, because you have good speed. Okay, what do you guys do for fun when you're not playing sports? You have a creative side or something else you do for enjoyment?
Just with friends and stuff.
Okay. What's the most fun thing, Kelly, that you do with your friends that you enjoy the most? Just anything?
Just be with them.
Okay, just do any kind of fun thing. But teammates do that. But okay, Lori, go ahead. What are some of the enjoyable things for you when you're not playing sports?
When I'm not playing sports, I like to. What do you mean? I don't understand what
like,
you're
for example, listen to music or watch TV or do fun things like that. What is some of your hobbies?
I like to bike a lot, and
okay. Like when you bike, do you bike for speed, or do you creative things on your bike? I mean, like some people collect things.
Oh, well, I live real close to Mount Soledad, so I listen to some inspirational songs on my Walkman.
Right. Okay. Well, that's fun.
And
I
I go up to the cross, and then you can look out and see all of San Diego.
Okay. Well, there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, if that's fun for you, that's great. I think that's great. But listen, I just want to tell you guys best of luck in the rest of the season. And thanks for coming over and joining us. You guys take care of yourselves. All right. Bye-bye. All right, as we keep it rolling with the Villa Bratz, we'll get your name and what position you play today.
I'm Jill Stevenson. I play goalie.
Okay, we knew that, but we just want you to tell us. Talk to us now. Let me ask you this. The first game, or the first goal, Jill, came out of nowhere. It's like all of a sudden, boom, they take a shot from 40, 50 feet out. What was going through your mind? Did you really not see the shot being taken?
That was my friend who took it. And it went and it caught the wind and just
sailed.
Yeah, it stopped. It like stalled in the air and then went.
Okay, so it kind of surprised everyone. It really, really did. But you guys are a great team. You guys shut out the 3 previous opponents, so you obviously haven't scored, allowed a score against you. Talk to me about maybe a favorite game previous to this game in the tournament that really sticks out in your mind as being really a fun game for you because you made some really great saves.
Second game, NHB. We never beat them before.
Wow.
And we won 3-0, and that was fun.
What was your favorite save, most creative save out of all of them? You had to maybe shoot right to left real quick or maybe jump in the air or something?
I guess it was last game. She had a clear shot and I cut off the angle and she shot it. So
beautiful. Yeah, I understand you're one of the most talented goalies, in your age group and everything, and one of your teammates is trying to hurry you along, so we'll keep it rolling. Favorite part about today's game? Let me ask you this, because they threatened on the offensive end a few times. Did you get a little bit nervous when you'd see them coming down there and spending all that time in your goal area?
No, I don't get nervous that often. We weren't playing well anyway, so I wasn't playing well either. So
you just knew you had your work cut out for you going against this team. What's other sports for you? What are you gonna do after soccer season's over?
I do most of soccer. I do ODP, Olympic Development Program, and
what does that consist of?
The best. I'm on the regional team, and that's the best players in the West region. So
okay, for the sport of soccer.
Yeah.
Oh, great. Okay. Would it be a goal or like a lifetime dream to maybe possibly play in the Olympic Games as a soccer player one day?
Yeah, I mean, it's not my huge goal or anything, but...
You wouldn't mind if it happened?
No.
Okay. All right. What about fun things for you? I was asking a couple of your teammates and all the other girls that you do for enjoyment. Like everyone has, like I was mentioning earlier, that I have one sister that liked playing the piano. That was like a creative side, where the other one just liked to read things. And I mean, what are fun things for you when you're not playing sports?
I like to play tennis and just go to the beach and stuff like that. So.
Okay, right. How does it feel playing with a bunch of talented teammates? I mean, you guys came on the low side today, but you got a great team. You have to feel good about a season ahead of you.
Well, we know how to play. We just don't have that much offense, and so it's fun. But
well, I know you're a little down, but I was very impressed, and everyone else was, with the way you guys play. You guys are good and fun to watch, and good luck the rest of the way, Jill. Okay? All right, we'll get each of your names and what positions you play today.
I'm Karen, and I'm sweeper.
Okay.
And I'm Andrea, and I play defensive mid.
Okay. We were talking to a few of your teammates how you guys had such a great success coming into this game. You guys shut out every opponent that you had. Talk to me about maybe the favorite game out of the 3 previous games that stick out in your mind on this tournament.
I'll let you take that one. I don't know what my favorite game was.
Okay. But you guys never allowed them to score, so there must be maybe a play or 2 that you made. Well, we'll talk with you. What part? Because you want to go ahead and tell us something.
Our favorite game probably should have been NHB because we lost to them in the
state cup semifinals, and then we came back and beat them 3-0.
Exactly. That must have felt great. It must have been a big, rewarding win. But okay, any one part of that game that sticks out in your mind is that maybe you've made a nice play that you feel good about? Can you talk to us about that?
I remember a play that she made. When she ran back and our goalie was out and you kicked it out and she flew into the goal.
Beautiful.
It was really funny.
Okay. All right. What about other sports? Because soccer players we keep on mentioning are such good athletes. Usually play more than one sport. What are you guys going to do after soccer's over?
I play volleyball too.
Okay. What's your strength in volleyball? You're more of a setter. You play out in the back. You like to. You say it again?
I'm a setter.
Okay. Talk to me about setting. What maybe might be your favorite part of volleyball, or how you go about setting things up?
I don't know. I just play for fun at school.
All right. That's a big strength for you, just setting up for the big spike?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. What about you?
I play softball.
What position you play?
Second base.
Okay. All right. What about hitting? How do you do?
Pretty good.
Okay. What about fun things when you're not playing sports? What are hobbies for each of you guys?
I don't know. Probably just go to the beach.
Okay. What beach you guys like to hang out at?
Well, we live by the ocean and by the cliffs, so we just go down to the little beach down there.
Yeah. No one's there. So.
Okay. You guys both go to the same school?
Yeah.
Yeah. What school is that?
Bishops.
Great. Okay. Yeah, we've done some sporting events for your school. All right. Talk to me about your strengths in school and your weaknesses. Like for me, a strength, or a weakness might have been history. What's a strength and a weakness for you?
My strength is math, and I don't know what my weakness is.
How far along are you guys in math? What do they have you doing right now? You guys doing algebra and that type of thing?
Algebra too. Yeah.
You handle that pretty well? Good. That's great. That was a tough one for me. What about yourself? Favorite class?
My favorite class is probably Spanish or something.
Or something.
Did you guys do anything at school this year, like going on any class trips or anything like that you could talk to us about?
I don't remember any. Where did we go?
Did you?
We didn't really go anywhere.
Okay.
But
What about for the summer? You have anything planned for maybe doing something with your families, maybe going on a trip, anything in the plans, or did you already do something?
we just got back from Colorado, the soccer tournament there.
Okay.
Um,
All right.
That's about it though.
Yeah.
School starts on the 1st, so
Coming up soon.
yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, I appreciate you taking some time to come over, because I know right now you guys have an excellent team, but it has to feel a little bit discouraging to come away with a loss. But what do you think? You think you guys are going to have an excellent season ahead of you?
Yeah, I think so.
We were missing a player, and a few of our players are injured, so we should be pretty strong.
Great. Okay. Thanks for joining us. You guys take care. All right. Bye-bye. All right, that wraps things up here at the Polo Grounds. I'm Mike Benson for George Langevin Productions. We hope you enjoyed this video presentation. The Surf come away with a victory over the Bratz 2-0. The Surf will go on to the championship game this afternoon. Hope you enjoyed all the action. Take care.